Maakheru Amen. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Maakheru Amen. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Maakheru Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.
Hotep, Hotep, Maakheru Amen here, and welcome to the Womb Evolution podcast. This podcast highlights the womb evolution technique, aka WET. WET is a proprietary womb healing program designed to help you alleviate stress, heal feminine disorders, improve your relationships, and heal from post-traumatic slave syndrome. This technique shows you how to restore the knowledge and functionality of the full feminine system, shifting your focus from womb or storage consciousness to uterine, universal awareness, which allows you to become unwombded and access your highest potential. And we are starting a new series here called WTF. All right, this is a healing series, and the WTF stands for Womb Trauma Femininity. And so in this series, we're going to give you some tips and tools to move from womb trauma femininity to divine femininity. All right, and so if you listened to the previous podcast where we reintroduced ourselves, I'm the High Priestess Maat Maakheru Amen, and this podcast has been going since, I believe, 2017. Okay, and so we are now reintroducing a new series here called WTF. All right, and so this is really our first official episode where we focus in on a particular subject. So one of the things that I noticed, I said this in the previous podcast, in the introductory one, was that as women have gone through the womb evolution technique, that one of the things that had to also play a part in being successful in all of the things that they were looking to achieve through the womb evolution technique, like there are many women who have wanted to relieve their fibroids. So they may have relieved their fibroids through a remedy, a healing ritual or remedy. And what happens is that they find they grow back, right? And so this program focuses on the root cause, right? And so how we can resolve it from there's something that's making these fibroids grow. The body is not designed, this is not its natural state to produce a fibroid. That is not the natural state of our physical form, right? And so the natural state of our physical form is to dissolve anything that comes in the way of its natural development. So one of the things we talk about in the womb evolution technique, okay, also if you have the book unWombded, Unlocking the Universal Uterus, you will see that if you are able to have your body do something outside of its natural processes, then that means that your body is listening to you in some way. So this is not to, be like, oh my God, I got fibroids. And yes, I know it causes, it's uncomfortable. It causes all kinds of feminine disorders and issues and things like that. All right. So that's fine. So we acknowledge that. The next piece to that is to realize what has happened. If you are able to have the body listen to a frequency that says it's okay to go against your natural frequency and create something that really is a deformity in the body, and have it feed off of your blood supply, then it doesn't just work one way. This society teaches us that there is just disease and bad things that happen, and we are, we can be a victim of anything at any time, any place, anywhere, right? When nature doesn't work like that. If you can do it one way, you can do it the other way. If you can create something that's unnatural, if you can get your body to override, it is literally overriding its natural capabilities and creating something that's outside of what it would normally do, then you can do it the other way. You can create a frequency so strong for the body to go back to its natural state. It don't even have to be something supernatural. It doesn't even have to be something divine and a miracle. It's not a miracle for your body to operate in its normal state. Just think about that. That's not a miracle. You're entitled to that. You deserve it. It's a part of your natural functionality. So instead of trying to create something different, some miracle, oh, it's a miracle if I get rid of these fibroids. No, it's a miracle that you have them. Right? So you don't have to ask for a miracle to get rid of them. You're just asking the body to go back to its natural state, to what it normally does. And guess what? Natural is more magnetic than unnatural. All right? You don't believe me? All right. How hard is it? How difficult is it for you? What happens? Let's talk about how we do this all the time. Right? At your job. For the most part, we all have a role in so-called customer service at our jobs, right? Even if you work in a stock room, you still have to interact with other employees. You have to interact with supervisors, managers, and things like that, right? And so you have a way in which you operate when you are at your job. It's called so-called professional, right? Do you operate like that? As soon as you check out, I ain't gonna say clock out, okay? But I'm just saying, as soon as you punch out, check out, clock out, however it is, whatever happens, and you get to your home, are you still being professional? Is that your natural way of being? Or are you being yourself, your true self? You laughing out loud, you're slouching in your chair, right? You putting on, you might not have on your dress clothes. You got on a t-shirt and some shorts and flip-flops, right? That's what's natural. You're able to, if you're there with your partner, your mate, your friends, your family, you're able to have discussions and say what you really think. The stuff that you don't want the people on your job to know. You see what I'm saying? That's your natural state. So you do it all the time. And so isn't it hard to keep up professionalism outside of your job? So literally the body is working the same way. It's hard to keep that up. That's why it hurts. It's in pain. It's suffering. It's difficult to keep that up. To keep a fibroid going, it has to be painful. It has to disrupt things because it's trying. The body is trying to go back to its natural state, but it's being fake. Fibroids are fake. That's false. That's artificial. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on, switching the dynamic. Instead of taking a fibroid as a system or something that must be in your body. No, you start talking to that fibroid a little differently, fake ass fibroid. Being up in here all fake. Look at this fibroid. Look at this. Man, please. You fake as hell. You know that ain't your natural state. You ain't supposed to be in the body like this. Let go, man. Come on, be yourself. Speak to your body that way. It's not a miracle. It's a miracle that you got a fibroid. It's a miracle you have cysts. It's a miracle you have PCOS and everything, endometriosis. That's a miracle. Because the body is not even designed to do that. We made it do something else. And it's listening. It's being professional. You know what I'm saying? It's listening to that instead of its natural state. So how do we get back to the natural state? Right? So one of the things I want you to do is, if you're listening to this podcast, to this episode, definitely you want to reach out to us at wombevolution.com and go to the Get Wet tab, right? And take a look at what we have available there for you. You can also email us, admin@wombevolution.com. We have a free ebook that can help you, just give you some basic steps to walk you through this process. I call it the unfolding. Anything that we have, any issue, any situation, circumstance, predicament can be unfolded. Okay, so switch what you think about your dis-ease in your body. Those are miracles. It's not a miracle for you to be healed. It's a miracle that you're not in your normal state. And so with that, I'm going to say, Hotep, it's definitely been my honor and my pleasure. Again, you want to check us out. You can find out more information about the womb evolution technique, where we walk you through. Okay, we have a full module. We have a full course there. It's a master course that walks you through your womb trauma femininity and moves you into divine femininity by having you shift your mind state. I know you just got your mind shifted just in these few minutes. But that's nothing. There's more. But wait, there's more, right? So definitely you want to check us out, Womb Evolution Technique. It has been my honor and my pleasure. I will see you on the next one. Hotep.
Maakheru Amen. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Maakheru Amen. Maakheru Amen. The High Priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Maakheru Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.